Stop looking around. Start looking within. You've spent so much of your life worrying about who's ahead of you, who's doing better, who's getting more opportunities, who's shining while you feel stuck. But the truth is this: the moment you take your eyes off everybody else and put them back on yourself, you reclaim every bit of power you've been giving away. You can't win a race while staring sideways. You can't grow while measuring your life against someone else's scoreboard. The only thing you can control, the only thing you can transform, the only thing you can elevate is you. And that's exactly where your focus has to return back to the person in the mirror. You've got dreams that require your full attention. You've got goals that won't move until you do. But every time you compare your journey to someone else's, every time you wonder why it's taking you longer, every time you feel like you're behind, you're stealing energy from the grind you're supposed to be committed to. You're draining yourself with distractions dressed up as motivation. The secret isn't watching winners, it's becoming one. And to become one, you've got to put that focus back into your habits, your choices, your discipline, your daily execution. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is responsible for where you want to go. There's a version of you waiting on the other side of this shift. A version of you that's sharper, hungrier, stronger, more locked in, more committed, more intentional. But you can't meet that version of yourself if you're too busy monitoring everybody else's highlight reel. You've got to get back to that quiet space where it's just you, your vision, and the work. You've got to wake up and ask yourself every day, what can I do right now to get better? What can I do to move closer? What can I do to build momentum? Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't measured in luck or timing. It's measured in focus. And focusing on you doesn't mean isolating yourself. It doesn't mean cutting the world off. It means choosing your priorities with clarity and purpose. It means saying no to the things that drain you and yes to the things that build you. It means understanding that not all movement is progress and not all progress is visible. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs happen in silence, in the small choices, in the unseen moments where nobody is clapping and nobody is watching. Those are the moments when your character is built. Those are the moments when your future is shaped. Those are the moments that decide whether you'll break or break through. You've got to take ownership of the process. Stop letting distractions steal your destiny. Stop letting comparison rob you of confidence. Stop letting doubt whisper lies into your ambition. You're not behind, you're building. You're not losing, you're learning. You're not slow, you're steady. And steady wins far more often than fast ever will. When you focus on you, you're not racing against anybody. You're racing against who you were yesterday. You're racing against the excuses. You're racing against the fear. You're racing against the old habits that kept you stuck. And every step you take forward, no matter how small, is a win. The greatest freedom you will ever experience is the freedom that comes from realizing you don't have to be better than anyone else. You just have to be better than the version of you that settled. That's when life shifts. That's when the grind becomes personal. That's when the work becomes deeper. You stop chasing validation. You stop chasing approval. You stop chasing comparison. You start chasing growth. You start chasing purpose. You start chasing excellence. And when you focus on excellence, you win long before the world ever notices. So stop looking around. Start looking within. That's where the real victory starts. You've got to build the version of you that can actually handle the victory you're praying for. Everybody wants the win, but not everybody wants the transformation that comes before the win. People want the spotlight without mastering the shadows. They want the results without surviving the process, but the truth is simple. The win you want is heavy, and the person you are right now might not be strong enough to carry it yet. That's not an insult. That's an invitation to grow. That's a call to rise higher, dig deeper, and prepare yourself for the weight of the success you're chasing. You can't keep asking for bigger blessings while holding on to small habits. You can't expect massive breakthroughs while living at a minimal level of discipline. You can't walk into a season of elevation while thinking like the version of you who stayed comfortable, who stayed distracted, who stayed inconsistent. The universe, life, God, whatever you believe isn't denying you, it's developing you. You're being prepared, stretched, strengthened so that when the moment comes, you don't crumble under the pressure of the very thing you thought you were ready for. You've got dreams that require a higher level of identity. You've got goals that require a different level of commitment. Before the blessing shows up in your life, the upgrade has to happen in your mindset, because the battlefield is never outside, it's always inside. You'll never win the outer war until you win the inner one. And the moment you decide to build the version of you who refuses to quit, who refuses to fold, who refuses to get distracted, everything in your life starts shifting. You've got to challenge yourself every single day. Don't wait for motivation. Create your own momentum. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what you have. Don't wait for applause. Clap for yourself. You've got to train your mind like an athlete trains their body. You've got to build mental toughness brick by brick, decision by decision, sacrifice by sacrifice. Because before success rewards you, it tests you. It watches how you show up when nobody cares. It watches how you grind when it doesn't feel good. It watches whether you're disciplined when emotions disappear. That's the version of you that wins. That's the version that breaks through. Your dream has a weight limit. Your old habits can't come with you. Your old mindset can't follow you. Your old excuses can't survive with you. You've got to release the version of you that kept you repeating the same cycles, doubting your ability, settling for average. You've got to create the version of you that wakes up hungry, that stays locked in, that stands firm when life hits back. Because life will hit you, and if you're not built for it, you fold. But when you grow, when you evolve, when you strengthen yourself from the inside out, those hits don't break you. They build you. There's a level of you that you haven't met yet. A level that's waiting for you to stop talking about change and actually commit to it. A level that's waiting for you to push past comfort and into discipline. A level that's waiting for you to stop asking for the win and start preparing for it. You're not becoming someone new. You're uncovering the greatness that's been buried under doubt, fear, distractions, and excuses. And once that version of you comes alive, everything around you begins to shift. This journey isn't about perfection. It's about progression. Every day you grow, you get one step closer. Every day you choose discipline over comfort, you get stronger. Every day you confront the old version of yourself, you rise. You don't need to be ready for the win today. You just need to commit to building the person who will be ready when the win arrives. And when that moment comes, when the breakthrough finally shows up and sees the upgraded, disciplined, unshaken, unstoppable version of you standing there, you won't just win, you'll hold that victory with confidence and never let it go. Build the version of you that can handle the victory you're asking for, and the victory will eventually come looking for you. You've got to protect your energy like your life depends on it, because in reality it does. Your energy is the fuel behind your decisions, your discipline, your attitude, your consistency. And if the fuel is contaminated, the engine can't run. Some of you keep wondering why you feel drained, why you can't stay focused, why your dreams feel heavy. It's because you're letting too many people, too many voices, too many distractions siphon your energy before you ever get a chance to use it on yourself. You can't build the life you want if you're constantly feeding noise instead of feeding your purpose. There are people in your life right now who don't mean any harm, but they don't mean you any growth either. They don't push you, they don't challenge you, they don't inspire you, they don't sharpen you. Every time you talk about your dreams, they make you feel like you're reaching too high. Every time you talk about changing, they remind you of who you used to be. If you're not intentional, their limitations become your ceiling. Their fears become your excuses. Their energy becomes your environment. And your environment is shaping you far more than you realize. You've got to guard your mind like it's the gate to your future, because it is. You've got to guard your time like it's the doorway to your destiny, because it is. You've got to guard your focus like it's the lifeline to your breakthrough, because it is. Every distraction you entertain is a delay you accept. Every negative conversation you allow is a seed you give permission to grow. Every moment you waste on drama is a moment stolen from the grind you're supposed to be committed to. And you can't blame life for delays you created by giving energy to the wrong things. When you start protecting your energy, you start realizing how much of your life was built on things that never served you. You start seeing that some people liked you more when you were small, when you were unfocused, when you were predictable. They liked you when your dreams were quiet and your potential was hidden. But the moment you start claiming your purpose, the moment you start growing, the moment you stop tolerating things that drain you, suddenly you become different, and that's fine. Growth will always make you unrecognizable to people committed to staying the same. You've got to choose peace over popularity, purpose over approval, focus over familiarity. Every time you choose yourself, you get stronger. Every time you set a boundary, your future gets clearer. Every time you walk away from negativity, you make room for opportunity. Protecting your energy doesn't make you selfish, it makes you responsible. Your dreams deserve the strongest version of you, not the version that's exhausted from carrying people who won't carry themselves. There are seasons where you can't afford to be everywhere. Talk to everybody, entertain everything, or explain yourself to anyone. There are seasons where your circle has to shrink so your vision can expand. Seasons where silence becomes your strategy, where discipline becomes your protection, where isolation becomes your elevation. Not because you're running from people, but because you're running toward purpose. And when you run toward purpose, anything that slows you down becomes too expensive to keep. Protecting your energy means you stop apologizing for taking your life seriously. It means you stop lowering your standards to make people comfortable. It means you stop allowing chaos to sit at your table. The truth is, your spirit knows when something is draining you. Your mind knows when something is distracting you. Your heart knows when something isn't aligned with your future. Stop ignoring those signals. Stop negotiating with what you're supposed to walk away from. Stop giving your power to things that don't build you. Because the moment you take your energy back, you take your life back. And when your energy is right, your focus sharpens, your discipline strengthens, your confidence rises, and your path becomes clearer than it's ever been. Protect your energy like everything depends on it, because your win does. Consistency is the bridge between who you are and who you're trying to become. Everybody wants a breakthrough, but not everybody wants to show up every single day when it's boring, when it's quiet, when nothing seems to be changing. The truth is, your breakthrough isn't some magical moment. It's the result of days, weeks, months of grinding when it felt like nothing was working. It's the unseen work that makes the visible win. You've got to understand that the moment you stop focusing on the calendar and start focusing on the commitment, everything in your life begins to shift. There will be days when your body is tired, when your mind is overwhelmed, when your spirit feels heavy. But the people who win aren't the ones who feel good every day. They're the ones who show up no matter how they feel. They're the ones who treat consistency like oxygen. They know that discipline isn't about emotions, it's about decisions. And if you only work when you feel like working, you'll never reach anything worth having. But when you work because you're committed, because you promised yourself, because you understand that your future depends on your present actions, that's when you become unstoppable. You've got to stop trying to rush the process. Some of you are so focused on the result that you're missing the growth happening in the routine. You're so focused on the finish line that you're ignoring the development happening in the journey. The process is sculpting you, shaping you, preparing you. Every rep, every early morning, every late night, every moment you push when you want to quit. It's all chiseling a stronger version of you. And if you give up too early, you won't just lose the victory. You'll lose the version of yourself that the grind was building. Consistency is what separates dreamers from achievers. It's easy to want something. It's harder to work for it when nobody is watching. It's easy to be excited on day 1. It's harder to stay committed on day 100. But the ones who stay persistent, the ones who keep their head down and keep moving, those are the ones whose lives transform. Because when you show up day after day, the universe starts paying attention. Opportunities start opening. Momentum starts building, and eventually the results start catching up with the effort. There's a power that comes from refusing to quit. A confidence that grows every time you honor your own promises. You start realizing you're capable of more than you ever imagined. You start seeing that consistency isn't just about the goal, it's about becoming the person who deserves the goal. Every time you push through resistance, you're proving to yourself that you're built for this. Every time you keep going when it would be easier to stop, you're sending a message to your future that you will not be denied. You've got to understand that the breakthrough doesn't come to people who work hard once. It comes to people who work hard always. Consistency beats talent. Consistency beats luck. Consistency beats connections. Consistency beats every excuse you've ever told yourself. Because the truth is, the world can doubt you, the timing can delay you, the circumstances can challenge you. But if you stay consistent, nothing can stop you. And even when it feels like nothing is happening, something is happening. Even when you can't see results, your character is strengthening. Even when progress seems invisible, your discipline is growing. The grind is never wasted. The effort is never useless. Every step is planting seeds that will eventually grow into a harvest you won't be able to contain. But only if you keep going long enough to see it bloom. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You don't need to move fast. You just need to keep moving. You don't need instant results. You just need relentless commitment. Because there will come a moment, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, when your consistency finally collides with your opportunity. And in that moment, everything will make sense. Stay consistent until your breakthrough has no choice but to show up.